Okay, so what you're thinking probably right now, the first thing I teach you is the thought download, just getting all of your thoughts out on a piece of paper. The second step is going through and doing an unintentional model. Then you go through and do an intentional model. After that, the next thing that you do is you're probably thinking, okay, from this is going to be hard to I can do this. You're probably thinking, okay, Megan, yeah, that sounds great. How do you get to feeling, I can do this, I'm empowered, let's go? Probably doesn't go and happen right away, exactly the way that you plan. So, the next thing I teach you how to do is called a thought ladder. Now, I want you to picture an invisible ladder right next to me. And on the bottom of that ladder, on the first rung of it, I put the first thought. This is going to be hard. Then at the top of the ladder, I put the intentional thought. I can do this, okay? So this is going to be hard. That's where we're at right now. And then we have to go through, and every rung is a new thought that's a little bit better and just gets me a little closer to that goal. So you've got the first thought right now. This is going to be hard. And then the next thought is, okay, this probably won't be hard all of the time. It's going to be hard a lot of the time, but okay, I can believe that, okay, it's not going to be hard all the time. The next rung in the ladder. There are parts of my job that are hard, but there are parts of my job that I enjoy. So you go through and you're like, okay, yes, there is going to be some 50-50 there. The next part of that ladder is you're thinking, okay, so this is going to be hard. It's not always going to be hard. Sometimes it's going to be hard, but sometimes it's not going to be that hard. I've been a teacher for 5 years. Okay, I think I can figure this out. We had a test run in March, so I kind of understand how to do digital learning, you know. I've got some resources that can help me to make this a little bit easier. I've done hard things before, so I know I can do hard things. And then the next one is I can do this. So you take your brain and you're like, okay, what is genuinely believable? And going through, it might take you a full week where you're like, okay, this is going to be hard sometimes, but it's not going to be hard all the time. Just that one moment of questioning, okay, is this true? Does it have to be true all the time? That automatically starts to refire the neurons in your brain. The reason why this thought ladder is so important is because your brain likes to think thoughts that are familiar, even if you realize they're not serving you. Like, this is going to be hard comes up for me a lot. I'm not enough. That's another one that comes up for me a lot. And your brain has these what they call neural pathways that go through, and they literally are like, let's think the same thought, let's think the same thought, let's go through. Even if you recognize that logically it's not serving you anymore, it's just one of those things that brains do. So when you understand that, when you create a thought ladder, it's like taking your brain from this neural highway that you've created, and then it's like forging through the woods in a machete. Like with a machete. Like, that is the difficulty level it is. And I know, because I've done it in so many areas of my life, that it is so hard to make that neural pathway. And you think you're doing great, and then you come back to the highway. And you think you're doing great, and you come back to the highway. And that's the way that your brain works. So you have to work at it every single day, thinking the thoughts that you choose intentionally, the way that you want to think. And it comes through that thought ladder, going through, and that will help motivate yourself to do the great things that you would like to do. It's so important to understand that any motivation, any level of focus, any feeling is coming from the thoughts that you think. Any actions are coming from the thoughts that you think. Any results that you have are also coming, you guessed it, from the thoughts that you think. So if you can get really clear about what thoughts you would like to think, go in that direction, and this will help you to motivate you and focus you in every aspect of your life. I know I've tried it in literally everything. It happens for me from friendships to doing national boards to running a marathon. Literally anything that you want to do, you can put in the result line and think better thoughts to get there. I promise it is worth a shot.